Hello everybody and welcome to the continuation of the Top 4 War. Episode 68 is the Gremio chapter as we host the team currently in third place but have the outside shot of the title itself. But it is home advantage that needs to be made apparent as we are starting to slip away. But these games in hand coming up, we have only the 32 games played compared to the majority of teams on 34. So if we win those games in hand, we will go up to 60 points, which would be equal to Gremio and ahead of Cruzeiro and so on and so forth. But Gremio, if they win their game in hand, they will close the gap to Flamengo to just 3 points. So we have one heck of a title chase here in Brazil. And if we want to take a look at the expanded table, certainly Santos are trying to make a comeback of it. They could still win the title if they just stop losing. Gremio have the same problem. Cruzeiro trying to recover. Palmeiras are starting to get going again. Paranense have lost twice now. We've lost the once. And then down the bottom half, you never know what Botafogo. They're actually doing quite well. But it's Sao Paulo in awful shape down in 12th position. But I would like to be as far away from them as possible. As you can see, they're the second worst team in the last 5 games. We need to get our skates on and launch up the table while we still have time. The joy of qualifying for the Brazilian Cup final has been made apparent. I only got to play the quarterfinal stage onwards. But if we scroll all the way down, we've just played the one game since, and that was once more against Corinthians, and that was a disappointing result. I thought we had it in us to get another home win against the giant Corinthians. However, they came back fighting in the second half after we went 1-0 up, and terrible clearance from one of our defenders landed the ball to their midfielder who chipped it in for Fabricio Oya. He was able to head the ball home, and that meant we missed out on the chance to go back in the top 5. But of course the Fortaleza, I pronounced them wrong in the last episode, so I apologise for that mistake. But we'll be seeing them after the next key fixture of the season against Flamengo. But if we lose here to Gremio, then there'll be deep thinking time needed, as we'll be pretty much out of the chance to win the league, and 5th place will probably have to be the objective regardless of whether or not we win the cup, because I've been tasked with coming in the top 5, which gives Copa Libertadores qualification. So I only have to make one change out of requirements for today, and that is the right back. Cesar Davis takes over from Carlos Mateus. I'm going to take the gamble on him to stay back at all times and help the midfielders and the forward get on with their job. Otherwise, everybody did play respectably against Corinthians, and I expect a better performance certainly from Miguel, as he hasn't done too well in the last few weeks apart from that massive penalty. But the midfielders are certainly in prime shape, and will now want to prove that with this home tie against Gremio. Then we have to go away to 2 other clubs and then play from Flamengo in the must not lose affair. We'll see what Gremio have in store. It's another example of something to get used to now that I'm trying to get used to the league. But they are outside favourites for the title, as I said. Winning here would do them the world of good. And we'll just have to see if they have the experience required to win the league from this position. So we just have to worry about getting above some of the nearest rivals, but they have the 4-4-2 formation. That is very intriguing. Perhaps it is best to stay back for a little while anyway. They've got Bade, who's excellent. Thales, not bad. He could be better. Maximiliano Poi, a young man from Argentina, looks very handy. And then another strong player, Luis, on the right hand side. Their centre midfielders, only 20 years of age and 19, so that could be our chance to exploit. They've got a poor left back, decent centre backs, I'm sure, yes. and then the good right back and not so good goalkeeper. So they do have some glaring weaknesses, but is this the team required to exploit those weaknesses? As I nearly forget to mark everybody up. We'll do that now. And the team talk will be pretty simple. We'll just go mixed passing, pass into space, and that'll do. Maybe fairly wide play as well. I think the guys know what is expected of them, so let's make sure they listen to our fans who are so keen to see us become champions of the Brasilerao again. But I can't guarantee anything in my first half season, but the best I can do is to get as many wins as possible and see what else happens. So kickoff is just a second away. Here it is, and Karecha already getting involved on the ball right on the halfway centre spot there. Leandro to Barrios. Magales, early chance, sails over the bar, I'm afraid. No pun intended for my superior Voyagers, I suppose. They're more used to success than Cape Town were. 10 minutes gone already, I haven't even noticed, and we have a yellow card for Leandro. He is susceptible to yellow cards, and I don't want people getting sent off in such an important game. There he is though, good interception. Ivo, a bit lethargic there, finds Leandro again. Alexandre to Magales. We need a goal from you today, my boy. Evander, loose pass from the tackle in fact, and Karecha just couldn't hit the target. I've expected big things from these players, but that was the best chance of this drab affair so far. Magales again on the attack, over to Ivo, lovely stuff. Evander, that was another clever opportunity, but the keeper was going to gobble those up once it entered his 6-yard box. Davis on the prowl with a good header, short to the goalkeeper. Andrini has his position back, however he has kicked it to a Gremio player. That's short, and it's in from Thales. 29 goals throughout the campaign for him, and that could be a decisive blow in our chance to finish in the top 3. We'll have to reduce our expectations unless we score here. And now, again, you've got to hit the target from those positions, mate. You really do. I'm shaking my head. We'll have to float the ball into the box. More expressive play needed, but it looks better from here. Evander to Barrios. Magales. Oh, you as well. Come on. Not good. I know it's frustrating, but you have to cop on. We've got Paranense. Are they winning? I can't read. No, Mineiro are the ones winning. Evander trying to get the equaliser. Alexandre, another chance. We're just not hitting the target. We might have to reduce the tempo if we're just shooting wildly, only getting one shot on target out of 6. Like, their finish was classy and composed, whereas Vasco da Gama are not at all positive here. And at last something has challenged their goalkeeper, but it was destined to be saved. Can we get Barrios? Short free kick, cleverly taken, but the keeper once more was ready. And I think half-time is coming a little too soon, but we need to regroup. We're not living up to expectations, and I'll just have to say assertively, you need to show more desire, or else the championship is gone. There's no way we are going to become champions if we lose this kind of game. Karecha has been really poor. He needs to know that. I think he does. But one thing I will do is to take the pressure off Magales and make him something else, because complete forward doesn't seem to be working. How about Poacher? Yeah, Poacher's nice and simple. Get into the box and hope to land in the right place at the right time, or work your socks off and find those itty bitty chances that can be taken. So I'll set those new instructions, go out wide, try and break them down that way and see what happens. But their striking duo get the game underway for the second half, and any more goals will be vital for Gremio. They'll probably win it from that position. So let's take the pressure off now. I know it seems a bit contradictory, but now this is our chance. Ivo, Low, and Evander slips it into the corner. That's the equaliser, and it's exactly what I needed to see. We're up to 7th place, but unfortunately Bade has picked up the keeper's goal kick. Luis, easy as you like, but the referee's assistant says offside. But Gremio have been frustrated by the concession, and up they come to try and regain the lead. No dice with that shot, nowhere near the target. I feel like a substitution, and I have 2 in mind. Leandro, I think, can come off for Centurion, and I need an attacking switch also, like Migales. I don't know what you're up to, but I think Sepulveda is worth a punt. Definitely, he's a useful player on the right day, and we might play Batista later on in the game. Like he could, I'd love to see him score. I have certainly plans if he ever scores a goal on a live com. You can probably read my mind if you know what I'm talking about. We can encourage this. We're not bad, but Botafogo go 1-0 up. Like, they should be winning those kind of games, but Vasco da Gama lose out as Paranense are not playing today and are down to 9th place. Centurion doesn't do me any favours by getting a yellow card. So we'll go to standard and flexible, and now it's my time for the change. Barrios looks tired. We can put Migales there, and Batista. Here we go, son. Let's see what you've got. I know you're not too happy with yourself, but you need to listen to your heart and listen to these fans. They did not come here to see a meek and dismal performance. They want us to be champions again, and the only way to do that is to win as many games as possible. Evander, that's too far wide. We're going to stick to positions, turn that off, and we'll turn that back down. Sanchez has the ball to Kayo, Poi, Jonas, all on his own, finds Thales. Bade again was illegally out of position. I want to push forward, and it might be too late. Push forward, guys, come on. Let's try and win it. It's not so good. I think I've wasted the opportunity by missing the pause button. Yeah, it's down our end. Get rid, don't lose. Oh, what a save by Andrini. But Vasco da Gama, well, too many draws have killed the team this season, and the top 4 war might just be a bridge too far. Offside again. It's too late. That's full time, and again we're not scoring enough goals, irrespective of the tactics I've been asked to play. These are not good enough score lines to be winning the title. As much as I love being unbeaten, I just cannot tolerate so many draws. It's a poor performance, and only one stroke of magic and a bit of chaos in Gremio's defence allowed Evander to score the equaliser, but for the most part not good. We must somehow get into the top 5 with our last game in hand. It will be enough to get 5th place away from Palmeiras, but Corinthians are in good form. They'll want the 5th place or better, but Gremio, they'll have some regrets drawing for the 8th time this season, but we've drawn for the 13th time. Despite only losing 6 games, we have drawn 13 out of 33 games, and that is, not title winning form when other teams can win 20, 19, 18 times a season. So deep breaths. We do get 2 weeks off live coming duty. It'll feel like an eternity, but Sao Paulo have won for the first time against Internacional, and the worst time to be going to the Morumbi Stadium is now, when they have something to celebrate. But anyway, we haven't won in the last 3 games, and that must change, either against Sao Paulo or midweek against Mineiro. But we'll come back for the Flamengo game, then the 2-legged affair against Fortaleza, and then the finale of the season is against the mighty Santos. So I can only hope you'll join me for that episode, and we'll see you for more action over the coming days. Bye for now, everybody.